afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. It's the end of another week.
It's Friday.
We made it.
We made it.
We did. And it's been a very busy week, and it's a very busy day today, so let's get right to it. Topping our headlines, a frustrating week for Madison schools is ending with some important news. An arrest after threats disrupted several school days.
One of the many freedom convoys is rolling through Wisconsin at this hour. We'll show you the sights from the interstate, and we'll take you to the place closer to Madison where we expect the convoy to spend the night.
And the war continues in Ukraine as Russia takes control over the largest nuclear power plant in Europe. Let's take a look outside on this Friday, warming up a little bit. Boy, that's a great picture, isn't it?
It is. It's just a blah time of the year right now.
Soggy, stormy Saturday. Austin's in the backyard. With the details on that, we may see some severe weather.
Yeah, there is a chance to see a stronger or even severe thunderstorm by the time we reach, I would say, the later portion of Saturday. But outside right now, I mean, it really does feel pretty decent. It's really only the winds that are holding us back today. But the winds coming out of the south and southeast, that is actually helping to overall increase our temperatures. Without the breeze, we'd be sitting in the lower 30s. With it, we are in the upper 30s and lower 40s, but it actually feels like it's in the lower 30s. So kind of a funny trade-off right there. But what we're looking at on our Doppler track is pretty much just some cloud cover. We're going to stay dry here for today. Later on tonight, however, there are going to be a few rain showers that do end up developing, and some of our northern communities may even pick up on a little bit of some light mix. But our current temperatures outside really feel quite nice. Upper 30s, low 40s. Whenever you don't have that wind whipping, it's actually a very nice day outside. And if you can see a few peaks of sunshine, that just makes it a little bit better out there. But the wind speed's holding us back between around 10 and 20 miles per hour as of right now. So it's not the breeziest day, but it is definitely quite breezy outside. And that evening planner does show that before midnight tonight, we are still going to stay dry. Those rain showers are going to hold off until after midnight tonight. And the potential for a stronger thunderstorm, well, that's going to hold off until later in the day on Saturday, but we need some storm fuel first. Temperatures cranking up tomorrow. How high will those temperatures go, and when do we expect those thunderstorms to roll through? I'll have all the latest coming up a little bit later on.
All right, Austin, thank you. First at 4, Madison police have arrested a Madison Memorial High School student for making multiple false 911 calls this week.
In an update today, police said the student was arrested on 2 counts of misuse of 911 after allegedly calling the number twice this week, claiming he could see the outline of a gun in another student's backpack. At this time, it's unclear if the student was involved in other threats made at Memorial High School this week. Officials have indicated they believe there may be copycats involved, and the person responsible for the threats is seeking media attention. News 3 Now will not report further threats unless there's a disruption in the school day. A convoy of semi-trucks is making their way down I-90-94 and headed to Washington, D.C. to be heard.
They say they're driving their trucks to D.C. in support of health freedom.
Hill Moladine is near Portage with the latest. Hill, what can you tell us?
There are actually 2 convoys that we're expecting to turn up here near Portage, and dozens have already shown up to show their support for that group. Now, they've arrived in Oakdale about a half hour ago, and where they were greeted by hundreds of supporters turning up with American flags and Trump 2024 posters. The truckers themselves are headed towards the nation capitals. Members of the Freedom Convoy say the trip is about protesting government control. Now, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office says each group, split between the I-90 and the I-94, is made up of about 75 vehicles. Now, as I said, because they are in the village of Oakdale, it'll be a while before they turn up here, but we will be here when they do. But for now, reporting live near Portage, Hadeen, News 3 Now.
Talil, thank you. The Dane County Board of Supervisors voted in favor of adding $16 million toward the jail consolidation project. This is in addition to the project's original $150 million budget. Due to the rising cost of construction, this will continue Dane County Sheriff Calvin Barrett's goal of closing the county building and Ferris Center and building a new 7-story facility. Originally, the project was $24 million over budget, but after combing through several different proposals, the county board settled on $16 million worth of additional funds in a compromise.
The key is for us to communicate, collaborate, and compromise, and identify what are things that we can do and give on both ends to satisfy that need and get us to our ultimate goal, which is having a safe, humane, and rehabilitative facility here in Dane County.
Sheriff Barrett called last night's talk with the board a great discussion. He said he is proud of how both sides came to an agreement and believes the project is on the right path.
In what could be a significant shift to the way health care is managed in Wisconsin, UW Health and the UW School of Medicine received a $5.5 million endowment from the Bernard Osher Foundation to bring integrative health to a broader segment of the community. Integrative health is an approach to health care that focuses on all aspects of a person's life that influences their wellness, not just what ails them. This is a shift from solely disease-centered care.
Salutogenic medicine is a way of approaching healthcare that not just focuses on what's wrong and dealing with a problem, but also supporting a soil of health that can result in the growth of wellness and joy and meaning in individuals' lives.
The award brings the UW Integrative Health Program into a group collective of other prestigious health centers in the U.S. and one in Stockholm, Sweden. The Pentagon says the Russians have fired more than 500 missiles in the week since they invaded Ukraine.
And the head of NATO warned today the worst is yet to come. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
The sounds of sirens and gunfire in Ukraine's capital of Kyiv, with a large Russian military convoy now about 15 miles away. The Russians are also closing in on several other major cities.
The days to come are likely to be worse, with more death, more suffering, and more destruction.
A concern echoed by Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Brussels, meeting with NATO and European allies.
We have to sustain this until it stops, until the war is over, the Russian forces leave, the Ukrainian people regain their independence.
The UN Security Council held an emergency meeting Friday morning after Russia took control of Europe's largest nuclear power plant in Ukraine. Heavy shelling sparked a brief fire, but there are no reports of radiation escaping.
We've just witnessed a dangerous new escalation that represents a dire threat to all of Europe and the world.
President Biden spoke to leaders of neighboring countries Friday, holding a call with Poland's president before meeting in person with Finland's president. Finland typically stays neutral, but a recent poll there found increasing public support for joining NATO.
We're committed to helping Ukraine defend itself and in support of the humanitarian needs of the Ukrainian people.
As economic consequences for Russia continue to expand, the Commerce Department announced new regulations Friday aimed at cutting off Russia's oil refineries from U.S. technology exports. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
A local bake shop is showing its support for the people of Ukraine by selling pastries and donating part of the funds to relief efforts. Starting today and ending March 17th, Bloom Bake Shop here in Madison is selling a traditional Jewish pastry, a hamantaschen, and donating 70% of the proceeds to support a nonprofit Polish humanitarian group. The pastry comes in two varieties, apricot and raspberry. By 9:15 this morning, Bloom Bake Shop had sold out of their supply for the day, and the demand was still high.
What I can do is use my time, my resources, my team feels the same way, to produce something to make a connection. I think our community feels that connection because we sold out in 1 hour this morning. So we're behind, but we're committed and we will catch up.
Bloom Bake Shop opens at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, so make sure you get there early because it doesn't look like they will last throughout the day. Have you ever had a hamantaschen?
No.
They're delicious.
They must be.
And a great cause to help Ukraine relief.
Yep.
As the war rages on in Ukraine, one of Madison's own is in the region to cover the story.
Naomi Cole sat down with a former Capital Times reporter, now with the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, who's on assignment in Europe. Naomi.
Caitlin Farrell, perhaps a name some of you will recognize, is in Poland, very near the border of Ukraine. She's covering the stories of refugees leaving Ukraine and the Polish people helping them. That's for USA Today. I spoke with her yesterday afternoon. She'd been there a little bit less than a week at that point and shared some of the ways that she's gathering stories near the front lines.
So all the major trains and people trying to evacuate are coming out of Lviv in the western part of Ukraine, and so the train station here in Poland is really busy. And there's rooms and several rooms set up full of cots and blankets and people serving hot food. And so we spent a lot of time at that train station. Then we went to another border crossing called Medica, and that also has been really busy.
This Sunday on For the Record, after CBS Face the Nation, join Caitlin and I for our full conversation about what she's experiencing and writing about there.
And what's the sense that she's getting from the Polish people that she's talking to who are dealing with the refugees?
She shared this really interesting story. She was talking with this guy at a coffee shop in Poland, and he had told her that he was talking about how Poland was invaded in World War II, right? And how the Polish people still have such a powerful memory of what that invasion was like and how much they can still identify with, that's happening now in Ukraine. And that's really kind of part of that motivation of what makes it so strong and why they're, so motivated to help.
Will she go to Ukraine as well, or will she stay in Poland?
That I don't know. As far as I know, she's in Poland with that team right now.
Wow. Looking forward to For the Record on Sunday,
yes,
Naomi.
very much so. Naomi, thank you.
When we come back, a first-person account of the situation in Ukraine.
Our guest lives in Cross Plains now, but she grew up in Ukraine. She has 40 family members who are still living there. Our conversation with her is coming up next on Live at 4.
Watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
It's the A1 Furniture and Mattress Instant Cashback event. Save up to 40% off store-wide. Plus, get $50 instant cashback on every $500 you spend. Take advantage of 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online. Only at A1 Furniture.
Allergy sufferers. Bedtime means it's time to take Zysol. Zysol relieves allergies while you sleep, so you wake refreshed. Plus, it works faster than Claritin, and on first dose, provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill nearly half the size. Be wise all. Take Zysol at night.
Everyone remembers the moment they heard, "You have cancer." How their world stopped, and when they found a way to face it. For some, this is where their Keytruda story begins. Keytruda, a breakthrough immunotherapy that may treat certain cancers. One of those cancers is advanced non-squamous non-small cell lung cancer, where Keytruda is approved to be used with certain chemotherapies as your first treatment if you do not have an abnormal EGFR or ALK gene.
Keytruda helps your immune system fight cancer, but can also cause your immune system to attack healthy parts of your body. This can happen during or after treatment and may be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have cough, shortness of breath, chest pain, diarrhea, severe stomach pain or tenderness, severe nausea or vomiting, headache, light sensitivity, eye problems, irregular heartbeat, extreme tiredness, constipation, dizziness or fainting, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, confusion or memory problems, muscle pain or weakness, fever, rash, itching or flushing. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions, including immune system problems, or if you've had an organ transplant, had or plan to have a stem cell transplant, or have had radiation to your chest area or a nervous system condition.
Today, Keytruda is FDA approved to treat 16 types of advanced cancer and is being studied in hundreds of clinical trials, exploring ways to treat even more types of cancer. It's true. Keytruda from Merck. See the different types of cancer Keytruda is approved to treat at Keytruda.com and ask your doctor if Keytruda can be part of your story.
I can't take it anymore. It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free? Perfect.
I can change, honey.
Not you. These drafty old windows.
Oh.
It's time for a change. Buy one window, get one free from Feldco.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
There are door dings aplenty, runaway carts that are empty, teenagers learning how to drive. So in life, throws you uh-ohs. Just save, better get Mako.
Get instant cash back on every mattress purchase over $500 only at A1 Furniture. Save up to 40% off top name brand mattresses. Plus get instant cash back and 4 years free financing with qualified purchase. Shop in-store or online now at A1 Furniture.
Welcome back. More good news. Gas prices haven't been this high in nearly 10 years.
The national average price for a gallon of regular gas right now climbed to $3.84 today. AAA says it is the highest price since September of 2012 and rising at a pace that we have not seen since Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Prices are expected to continue to soar as Russia continues its invasion of Ukraine. 9 states are already paying more than $4 a gallon, and California is the first state to crack $5 per gallon.
Stocks ended the week lower as Ukraine concerns outweigh a strong jobs report. The Dow Industrials fell 139 points, ending the week at 33,614. The Nasdaq lost 224 points. The S&P 500 was off 34. Ukrainians living in Wisconsin are trying to process what's happening in their home country while hoping America will help.
Ruslana Westerland grew up in Ukraine and came to the U.S. in 1995. She moved to Wisconsin in 2013.
Ruslana has families throughout the country. She joins us now from her home in Cross Plains. First of all, our thoughts and prayers are with you and all of you members of your family and the country of Ukraine.
Thank you so much.
Have you heard from any of your relatives over there?
Yes, I'm in almost in everyday contact with them. I try to communicate with different family members, with my dad, my stepmom, my nephews, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, their children, and their grandchildren. All of my family is still in Ukraine, and I try to communicate at least with my dad every other day.
Wow. And how are they doing?
Fear and terror are the words that I hear from them. They have a makeshift bomb shelter in their root cellar. They have kerosene lamps, water, and blankets. They are in constant fear, but they are very strong, and they are working very hard together. All the normal activities have ceased. Everything that they're working on is now to support the army and to support the civilians. And even today, when I was talking to my dad this morning, the latest news I heard was that now their efforts are on helping the refugees from Kyiv, because Kyiv is in the north and my dad lives in the central Ukraine. And now refugees are coming to my town, which is not going to be safe forever, but people are just desperate to get out of Kyiv, which is being bombed every day.
Ruslana, I cannot imagine how difficult it is to be so far away with all of your family and loved ones over there. Did you expect this to happen, or are you as shocked as the rest of the world?
I personally and my family members, we did not expect that there would be this full-scale invasion. We were in absolute shock and denial. And I'm dealing through the grief stages of, I think I'm past shock and denial now. I'm full-blown anger. It's unbelievable. It's unthinkable. We love that the world is on our side and Russia is being isolated.
And people have to realize that Ukraine was a free country, a democracy, just like the United States.
Yeah, we declared independence in 1991. We celebrated 30 years of independence again, because we were independent before, so this is another independence. And we've had 6 presidents. We've all democratically elected. There was one president that was a Russian puppet, and we took him out in 2013 with the Revolution of Dignity. So people were on the streets for 3 months in 20 below 0 Celsius protesting the president, and they overthrew him.
Will your family members be able to leave Ukraine? I mean, I guess at this point you're just hoping they continue to have internet access and an ability to communicate.
Well, here's the truth about Ukrainians. They love their country. We love our country, and they don't want to leave. They want to. They're like, if we leave, who's going to help those who are here? So some are trying to escape. Others are trying to help. My nephew quit his graphic design job that he was very successful at the capital, and he escaped the capital, Kyiv, and because the city was bombed, and he joined a local mill where he's helping grind flour to feed the community and the army. And my dad is eligible to leave. He's 75, but of course young men can't, like my nephews and my and my cousin. 1 million Ukrainians already fled, and they are being separated at the border. The men are returning. The men are dropping off their wives and children and are returning back to Ukraine to fight.
It is unthinkable. What message would you like to send to everyone that is watching this right now?
I would like to send the message, please tune in. Please support us. Research ways of donating to legitimate organizations. There is hundreds of legitimate organizations that are collecting funds to the military, to the civilians, to the humanitarian aid. Care, show up, come to our rally tomorrow and Saturday at noon. Watch the news. Connect with this tragedy, because it's not just the Ukrainian democracy is at stake or Ukrainian people are dying. It's a kind of a global catastrophe that's unfolding. There are bakers who are baking and donating their foods. There are candle makers in Door County, yay, who are making candles, and just wanted to give them a shout out. They're making candles and selling them, and all the profits go to Ukraine. So do what you can with what you've been given. You have a responsibility as a global citizen. Pray without ceasing. We have a powerful God, and He is listening to our prayers.
Thanks for being with us today. Our thoughts and prayers with you and your family and everyone in Ukraine.
Ruslana, thank you so much. We'll talk to you very soon. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Coming up next, we go behind the scenes of a reboot of a classroom classic.
After getting canceled in 2006, Reading Rainbow is back with a new cast and format. Find out more coming up next on Live at 4.
The ultimate mattress sale is on now at Ashley. We have truckloads of inventory in stock and ready for immediate delivery. Save $1,000 instantly on certain mattresses, plus interest-free financing for 5 years. All at Wisconsin's #1 mattress retailer, Ashley.
Had enough? No. Arthritis. Here. Aspirin arthritis. Huh. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods. Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspirin.
This year, there are more tax credits at stake than ever before. Thousands more. The tax pros at Jackson Hewitt will help track down every last dollar. Jackson Hewitt is here to make sure you don't miss a single deduction, so you can get your biggest refund guaranteed.
Fixed. No charge.
Ah, that's my son. He always takes care of his mama.
Ooh, what's up with Granny's casserole?
It's for after your Uncle Joe's funeral. My brother didn't have a life insurance policy.
I hear there's a collection to help Aunt Adele.
Yeah, a funeral costs north of $9,000 these days. That's a hefty bill for family to pay if there's no life insurance check to help.
Wow. Makes you think, doesn't it?
Which reminds me, I've been meaning to tell you, I got that $9.95 plan from Colonial Penn. I'm on a fixed income, so price is important.
The life insurance on TV.
Just $9.95 a month to help you pay my funeral expenses. What about your family, son? You've got a wife and kids, and a grandson living with you now, too.
Maybe I should get the $9.95 plan, too. Thing is, this has been a rough year for my business, Ma. Money's tight. Still, for $9.95 a month, I don't have a good excuse, do I?
I'm Jonathan for Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. If you're age 50 to 85, just $9.95 a month buys whole life insurance with guaranteed acceptance. You cannot be turned down for any health reason. There are no health questions. Guaranteed lifetime coverage. Your insurance can never be canceled. Just pay your premiums. Guaranteed lifetime rate lock. Your rate can never increase. It's locked in as soon as you're covered and stays the same for the rest of your life. With guarantees like these, it's no surprise the $9.95 plan is Colonial Penn's #1 most popular whole life insurance.
Now don't forget to wear your good suit tonight. And please call about the $9.95 plan today while it's on your mind, okay?
Call now for free information.
Call 1-800-505-7613 for free information and your free beneficiary planner. No obligation. 1-800-505-7613. That's 1-800-505-7613. Call now.
It's the ultimate sale going on now at Ashley. We have 100 semi-loads of inventory in stock and ready to go with savings of up to 55% off. Plus, take a bonus 10% discount and interest-free financing for 5 years. Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress retailer.
Well, take a look at this. Dutch artist Theo Jansen, who designs gigantic skeletal sculptures that use wind power to crawl and fly, says he wants to make new forms of life. I'm not sure what I'm looking at.
This is incredible. So the wind is propelling this sculpture.
These are strand beasts or beach animals. They're made of common building materials. Jansen, who studied physics, started designing these pieces some 30 years ago. Looking back, the 73-year-old says those initial pieces were, quote, pathetic compared to what he's creating today.
They are unbelievable.
Look at the size of those things.
Wow. And just look at how they...
And it's just the wind power.
No motors.
No.
No electricity.
No.
No batteries.
No people.
And they're beautiful. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Something new.
That's awesome.
We feel very unaccomplished after seeing something like that.
Oh, we have 60s tomorrow.
Yeah. A weird, wacky forecast coming up for these next few days, and it's going to start with some thunderstorms and very warm temperatures compared to where we should be. That'll be here tomorrow, but then we have snow chances afterwards. So I'll have all the details that you'll need to know.
It's March.
Coming up right after the break.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Guys, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, Peak Performance for Men has a natural solution that can help you today. That's right. Stop wasting money on pills and inferior technology that hurts and just masks your ED. Fix it for good. The best part, our ED treatment is non-invasive, painless, and you can get back to your natural functionability after just a few short in-office sessions. Call us today and mention this ad, and your initial consultation is free. We are Madison's trusted specialist and only national erectile dysfunction provider. Call Peak Performance for Men today.
Consumer Cellular has the best customer service.
They care about the customer.
The best price with the best quality.
The prices, the coverage.
The coverage is great.
It was the same, if not better.
Consumer Cellular provides the exact same premium coverage as the nation's leading carriers for half the cost. Switch to Consumer Cellular and get talk, text, and data starting at just $20 a month.
It's like 4 scoops of ice cream for the price of 1.
Switch today and get $25 on every new line. Call or go online.
Huh. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that former pro football player Ickey Woods will celebrate almost anything?
Number 44. Woo! 44, that's me!
Get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts.
Woo! Give me some!
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
44, ladies, that's me! Woo! Gonna get some cold cuts today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
And welcome back. A live look outside right now. It is going to be showing quite a bit of that cloud cover, but we are also seeing a bit of some sunshine trying to peek through here and there. And that is going to be the case here for much of the rest of the day. You can expect a lot of clouds, but a few peaks of sunshine are still going to be a possibility. Now, it is a little bit milder out there today. We did see some lower 40s returning to the forecast. A stormy Saturday, however, followed by a snow chance. So a very interesting few days coming up ahead of us today. It's pretty close to average. average, some cloud cover, a high of about 40 degrees, but our average high is about 38 degrees. So today, very average. Doppler track not showing anything right now, but later on tonight, we are going to start to see some of that rainfall moving back into our area. Even a little bit of some freezing rain is going to be a possibility for some of our northernmost communities. And then for tomorrow, especially late in the day, we are going to see a round of some rainfall that could bring some thunderstorms, potentially even some stronger, maybe even a severe thunderstorm. That's what we're looking at here with this marginal risk for most of our communities. Still looking at a slight risk for some of our south and southwestern friends. That's where we have our slightly better chance to actually see one of those strong to severe thunderstorms. In this green shaded area, still looking at about a 5% chance to actually see a severe thunderstorm materialize, but there's still a good chance to see some rain and a few rumbles of thunder here and there. And then afterwards, we're talking winter weather advisories, but this is not for the actual Monday system moving through. This is actually for that rain that's going to move through later on tonight. This goes into effect at midnight and lasts until 9 a.m. Now, this is because some of our northernmost communities could end up seeing a little bit of some freezing rain mixing in here right whenever we get this first blast of rainfall. But for most of us, upper 30s, low 40s, it's going to be rain here for tonight, but our northernmost communities may end up picking up a little bit of some freezing rain, which could lead to some slick spots. But then later on in the day on Saturday, during the morning hours, we're still going to see some breaks in the action, but towards the afternoon and evening, that's whenever we have our best potential to see some of those thunderstorms, and one or two of these could be on the stronger side of things as they make their way through. After about midnight, we'll really do a good job of clearing things out as well. Sunday, looking to stay dry, but then come Monday and Sunday night even, we are going to start to see a few of those lighter snow showers making their way here through some of our communities again. So this is going to be that next system that we're watching out for after we get through Saturday. Saturday's high temperature, 60 degrees. Whenever it's not raining, well, it's going to feel pretty good out there, but we're still going to expect quite a few of those rain showers, some thunderstorms later on in the day as well. It'll be windy at times here on our Sunday, but other than that, we are looking pretty good to go on our Sunday. So not the best weekend coming up, but if you can find some dry time tomorrow, I'd say it'll still feel pretty good out there.
Yeah. Storms later in the day?
Yeah, storms will be later on in the afternoon, evening hours, and they'll even linger into the early nighttime hours as well.
Buckle up. What a ride. Yeah.
Big change. All right, Austin, thank you.
Thank you, Austin.
Well, children's programming is about to get more colorful with a reboot of Reading Rainbow.
This weekend, the classic children's television series returns as an interactive streaming program, Reading Rainbow Live.
Vladimir Jutkier got a unique opportunity to see how this iconic show has been reimagined for a new generation.
It may look and sound a little different, but the message of Reading Rainbow Live is the same as the original.
And action.
Reading can take you anywhere and help you be anything.
Well, now we're in a clubhouse with the rainbows, and they're taking us into their world.
It's great to create. Delivering that message, music, and a diverse cast of young performers known as the Rainbows. Amy Guglielmo is the creative director.
We really wanted to make sure that kids could see themselves in the rainbows.
Representing their viewers is a responsibility the Rainbows, including Kendall Joseph, Isabella Wager, and Eli Hamilton, take to heart.
We have this opportunity to give voices to children and people of color. I think it's just it's gorgeous. No, it's okay. I really think it's so special because as a kid, I was always wondering, when am I going to see myself on television? And now I'm here giving that voice to other people, you know? Girl, don't cry.
Oh, my goodness. I'm happy for you guys.
But Bella, you're getting emotional listening to them talking about this. What are you thinking about?
I think it's been a long time coming for this, you know? And I think it's time for a lot of us to step back and give the space to other people.
Hi, Tanny.
Hi, LeVar.
Beginning in 1983 with beloved host LeVar Burton, Reading Rainbow was a fixture in households and classrooms across the United States for more than 2 decades.
Hi, boys and girls.
It was created to address what was known as the summer loss phenomenon, the idea that kids lose some of their reading abilities during the summer break from school.
Max, my favorite thing to read is music.
This new iteration addresses loss of a different kind.
The call to action was the pandemic.
Executive producer Stephen Beer took the idea to Nancy Hammond, who oversees the Reading Rainbow brand.
There's no magic book that tells you how we should act during a pandemic, and it just felt like bringing something as simple and basic like books and music and dance and adventures was just a great escape. So simple, but really so important at this particular time.
Take a look, it's in a book.
The new program won't air on PBS like its predecessor, but its format will be familiar to the remote learning generation. Viewers can watch Reading Rainbow live online.
It's created to not be a passive activity where kids are just watching something on a screen. It's active. After the kids view the event, they're going to be singing those songs because it's going to stick with them.
So we're not going to do the music cue for this.
Director Batsheva Gez brought that vision to life.
You know, when I walked in here, I was like, I want to go there. I want to go over here. I want to play with that guitar. I want to ride that surfboard.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea, is to create a space that's like homey and genuine and earnest so that the viewers of this show just want to participate and be part of it and part of the clubhouse.
Even before I saw the clubhouse, I wanted to participate.
They're going to have a rotating cast of hosts, but they are still looking for some more. So, Nate, I raised my hand too. I was like, me.
The team took notice and invited me to appear as a special guest.
And this is the book that I am sharing today.
It's a responsibility I take to heart too.
To know that you're going to be part of the education of young people, what goes through your mind when you think about that?
I feel like our imagination is like our greatest superpower when we think about it. And books are like food for your imagination. Reading books when I was younger, it really helped me to like dream and believe that I could be anything that I wanted to be, you know. One of my goals with this show is to give that message to the younger generation, you know.
Vladimir Duthier, CBS News.
Reading Rainbow Live premieres this Sunday, March 6th at 11:30.
It's online at readingrainbowlive.com.
.org. Yes, readingrainbowlive.org.
All right, got that straightened out. Coming up next year on Live at 4, we'll take a sneak peek at what might be the talk of the weekend, the Batman.
And then coming up next hour at 5, our Brad Hamilton updates us on the 24th anniversary of one of the most famous cold cases in Dane County. That's coming up at 5.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhofels. Right now, get a Tempur-Pedic Queen mattress for only $23.99 and get $300 in Steinhofels cash. Take your sleep to the next level with the Tempur-Pedic Ergo Base that automatically adjusts your position while you sleep to help reduce snoring. Queen bases start at just $24.99. And with Steinhofels special financing and free delivery, your new mattress has never been more affordable. Relax, it's Steinhofels.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists and has helped over 1 million people. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. Don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
Water is one of nature's most beautiful and life-sustaining resources. At no fault of their own, many Wisconsin utility customers are facing a shutoff to their water service. This leaves them without the one life-giving resource we all take for granted. And those hardest hit are on fixed incomes, juggling multiple temporary jobs, or those who lost full-time jobs in sectors hardest hit by the pandemic. If someone you care about needs a hand up, your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your water, heat, and power on. If you are in danger of losing your water service, call 833-H2O-WISC, 833-426-9472. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Keeping them safe and healthy, it's our #1 job. So even though we've all heard that the COVID-19 vaccine is safe for kids, we still have questions. That's why our family decided to get the facts on the COVID-19 vaccine for kids right away. And to keep taking simple safety steps as we learn more. Help your kids stay safe and in school. Learn more at dhs.wi.gov/COVID-19/parents.
Tonight at 5, new developments. Madison police have arrested a Madison Memorial student for making false 911 calls. We're asking if this is a direct connection to the phone threats made earlier this week.
And a soggy setup building in for Saturday could include a few stronger thunderstorms. We'll look at the timing for this rain.
And then at 6, it's been 24 years and the murder of Father Coons is still unsolved. What the sheriff says his department is doing to solve the case.
Here's a live look at the Santa Monica Pier in California.
Spinning the satellite around.
Yeah.
A little cloudy in California today.
60 degrees there.
Not bad.
Not great. We're gonna be 60 tomorrow, right?
Right, that's right. Yeah, right. Take that, Santa Monica.
Well, Twilight actor Rob Pattinson dons the cape and cowl of the Batman in his latest big screen role.
Rick Damigella previews The Batman.
When that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
Robert Pattinson fights the criminal element of Gotham City in The Batman.
I'm vengeance.
The difference with this movie and a lot of the other ones, like normally the only time anyone else in Gotham sees Batman is either just before they get punched in the face or like they're in a dark alley or something. And in this, he's interacting with people a lot.
If we don't stand up, no one will.
You got a lot of cats.
I have a thing about strays.
He's joined by new takes on familiar characters.
I think it's really beautiful how much this character means to people, and I had to focus on making her a three-dimensional person, and I really think that this character deserves to be to be seen in a different light.
I sort of couldn't believe my luck that not only was it a Batman film, which I think is the coolest, but it was a real film. Like, it was a spectacle, but it was emotional and thematically powerful.
It's really a plot-driven film, and Gordon being lieutenant is still a cop on the street, which allows him to be active in the middle of things alongside Batman in a way that for me was exciting.
Justice. The answer's justice.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Vengeance.
The Batman. Swooped into theaters this morning. We'll find out what Will Loper thinks about it on Monday. Still to come before we go backstage with our Michael Bruno.
He previews a unique theater experience coming to Overture next week. We'll find out more about Nassim when Live at 4 continues.
The Lynx device stops reflux by using magnets to strengthen the muscle at the end of the esophagus, and this prevents acid from flowing from the stomach back into the esophagus.
Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Who's on it with Jardiance?
We're 25 million prescriptions strong.
We're managing type 2 diabetes and heart risk.
We're working up a sweat before coffee and saying no thanks to a Boston cream.
Jardiance is a once-daily pill that can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death for adults who also have known heart disease. So it could help save your life from a heart attack or stroke. And Jardiance lowers A1C.
Jardiance can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast or urinary tract infections, and sudden kidney problems. Ketoacidosis is a serious side effect that may be fatal. A rare but life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this bacterial infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with the sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Lower A1C and lower risk of a fatal heart attack?
We're on it.
We're on it with Jardiance.
Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
Has the winter taken a toll on your roof? Call Feldco today and get free installation on your roofing project. Plus, no interest until 2023.
Ah, fresh coffee.
Hurry, free installation and soon
Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
We're back at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison
for a big drawing.
Let's go down to Tina.
Hey guys, we're here for the drawing of the brand new car, and there sure are a lot of anxious people waiting to see if they've won.
And the winner is Alan Jordan.
Yes! Congratulations!
Marie, baby, we won! Don't get rid of the old beater your dad gave us. Marie! Looks like Dad's gonna get the old beater back.
Yeah, right?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
What are you recommending for muscle pain?
Based on clinical data, I recommend Salonpas.
Agreed. My patients like these patches because they work up to 12 hours, even on moderate pain.
Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Save yourself money with farmers?
That's not wrong. When you switch your home and auto policies to Farmers, you could save yourself an average of $730.
That's something.
Get a whole lot of something with Farmers.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Schwab, General Surgeon at Stoughton Health. If you suffer from reflux, please join us for our upcoming seminar on the LINX device, a new and innovative treatment to stop reflux.
Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Welcome back. No reported incidents as of right now, but we are seeing quite the slowdown right now in areas right around the belt line, pretty much from Fish Hatchery Road and farther to the east. That's one of our main slowdowns that we're looking at right now, and that's one of the only ones that we're currently seeing.
All right, Austin, thank you. The Performance Nassim opens at the Overture Center next week.
It's described as a theatrical experiment that tries to demonstrate how language can both divide and unite us.
Let's go backstage with our Michael Bruno to check it out.
Tell us a little bit about the project and how it came to be and maybe what we can expect to see here in Madison with you.
The premise of the show is that this show casts a new performer per night. They just show up unrehearsed and they are supposed to get the script and perform it sight unseen in front of the live audience. So they're not allowed to Google, they're not allowed to watch the show, they basically know nothing.
And how did you come up with this the format?
This follows an old play of mine called White Rabbit, Red Rabbit that I wrote in 2010. It's toured all around the globe, still touring over, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 times. And I came up with the idea of cold reads. I felt like I write a play and I send it out and ask, intrepid performers to just like take the leap and do the shows without any direction. And then it became a thing.
Peace is about language and how it unites us and divides us. And at the beginning of the show, they're given a direction that they read out to the audience, and then the piece happens. And it's just a piece between the playwright and the guest performer. And it's his personal story about writing and relationship and culture.
Our 6 guests that you're going to have in Madison know absolutely nothing about what they're going to do on stage. If they're just going to volunteer to just go up there and do whatever you say they're going to do, correct?
Yes, yes. It is quite often that because of the format of these shows, like we get audience members who watch, one show and they come back. It's very often. And I always say, like, the audience often is ahead of the performer because some of them, they know what is happening, but the poor performer is just like trying to find out the way.
And is there any interaction with the audience and yourself or with the guest stars, or is it just they just merely watch the performance?
No, it's very voluntarily participation. I always say one of the keys to be a good writer, if you want to write cold reads, is that you should tread softly. No, you shouldn't embarrass the actors, the audience, because they wouldn't volunteer to come and participate in these shows. It's more of like a community participation. Together, we find words, we have fun, we laugh.
I saw it in New York at the New York City Center. And when they were doing it there, they had a, sold-out run by the end, and every big star wanted to be in it, to be part of the show. It's just beautiful and moving, and you don't want to give too much away from it, but trust me, you'll have a very memorable and unique experience if you go to the show.
Interesting. And this is even more interesting. Michael Bruno.
That is not a green screen. Michael is live right now in Palm Springs, California. You lucky duck. It is beautiful there.
It is pretty spectacular. It really does look like a picture. It's so beautiful and so gorgeous here. It's just lovely.
So let's talk about this performance. It sounds very interesting. Oh, we lost you.
10 different languages, and he's written these amazing little pieces, and then he picks people out from pre-approved people from the audience, and they don't see the script at all until they actually open up that box, and then he interacts with them. And I am just that curious to see what happens, because these are not professional actors. They're just people from the community.
It's a fascinating idea, and brave of the people that are stepping up to do this.
Yes, indeed.
All right, it is Nassim at the Promenade Hall Overture Center. Starts Tuesday, March 8th, runs through the Saturday the 12th. Go to tickets.overture.org. All right. From here to California, 3, 2, 1, it's Friday. Here's Austin, and there's Jim. We're all here. The gang's all here. We'll enjoy the sunshine.
We will.
Thanks. And you're off next week?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thanks.
Bask in the sunshine.
Thanks for doing this with us today, you guys.
All right. Austin has a final check of the forecast coming up.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Dry eye symptoms driving you crazy? Inflammation might be to blame.
Time for ache and burn.
Over-the-counter eye drops typically work by lubricating your eyes and may provide temporary relief.
Those will probably pass by me.
Xiidra works differently, targeting inflammation that can cause dry eye disease.
Xiidra? No!
It can provide lasting relief. Xiidra is the only FDA-approved non-steroid eye drop specifically for the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease. 1 drop in each eye twice a day. Don't use if you're allergic to Xiidra. Common side effects include eye irritation, discomfort or blurred vision when applied to the eye, and unusual taste sensation. Don't touch container tip to your eye or any surface. After using Xiidra, wait 15 minutes before reinserting contacts. Talk to an eye doctor about Xiidra.
I'd prefer you didn't.
Xiidra. Not today, dry eye.
Instead of being impartial, media outlets have become advocates for the Democrat Party. They got Joe Biden, who campaigned from his basement, elected president. Now they're covering up the disasters his policies created by attacking and censoring anyone who exposes the failures. But they can't hide inflation, higher gas prices, and rising crime from the people devastated by them. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message. I will continue to ask questions and uncover the truth.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Tonight at 5, new developments. MPD has arrested a Madison Memorial student for making false 911 calls. We're asking if this is a direct connection to the phone threats made earlier this week. And the Dane County jail debate continues. We break down the latest proposal at 5.
When a local man lost close to $250,000 of his retirement savings to scammers, our Call for Action team helped recover every penny.
It does happen to a lot of people.
Leah Linscheid breaks down the steps to take so it doesn't happen to you. Sunday at 10.
A warm and soggy Saturday ahead of us. Temperatures are going to rise up to around 60 degrees, but we are also expecting some afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. 1 or 2 of those storms may be strong to possibly even marginally severe. Sunday looking good, and then Monday, a light snow chance. We'll be right back after this.
To be a thriver with metastatic breast cancer means asking for what we want and need, and we need more time. So we want Kisqali. Women are living longer than ever before with Kisqali when taken with an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant in postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer. Kisqali is a pill that's significantly more effective at delaying disease progression versus an aromatase inhibitor or fulvestrant alone. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, are or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Ask your doctor about living longer with Kisqali.
Deep in credit card debt? Did you know Credit Associates can help you reduce that debt? It's not nearly as complicated as you think. Let me show you what I mean. First, there's the total amount of credit card debt you owe. Whoa! We can reduce that by almost half.
Second, how about those decades you'll be in debt?
We reduce that down to as little as 24 to 36 months, giving you up to 20 debt-free years back.
Lastly, how about the endless hours of stress and anxiety from being in debt?
We can help reduce that too. It's easy to get started. Call now to see how Credit Associates can reduce your debt and save you thousands. The information is free and there's no risk to call. 1-800-949-3849. Call Credit Associates now to start living better, debt-free. 1-800-949-3849.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Well, spring is in the air, and that means it's time for Zoo Babies.
And that means Louie and Oliver are busy in the Newshound's World Headquarters compiling the best animal stories of the week. Roll it.
Here's the Newshounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the Newshounds, it's cats gone wild.
Bottle feeding a baby.
And a rhino is ready.
But first, the Toronto Zoo has a big announcement. Little Longlegs has landed. That's the name of a new healthy baby Masai giraffe born there. The little calf was able to stand for the first time just 90 minutes after it was born. Mother and baby are both doing well, and the young calf is nursing. Zookeepers don't know the gender yet, but we'll find out soon during the first well baby checkup. Masai giraffes are native to East Africa, where they are an endangered species.
More Zoo Baby news. The Rolling Hills Zoo in Salina, Kansas says its new rhino is ready to meet the public. The male southern white rhino calf is the first rhino ever born at the zoo. He's now 7 weeks old, and the zoo says he's very playful. The zoo's keeping a close eye on his interaction with the public, and they say they'll close the barn if they see any signs of distress in the little guy, but so far so good.
Zookeepers at the Audubon Zoo in New Orleans have their hands full. They're bottle feeding an endangered Sumatran orangutan because his mother isn't producing enough milk. 12-year-old Minari gave birth to the baby on Christmas Eve, but days later the little guy was showing signs of weakness and lack of nursing. Since then, the infant has had round-the-clock care. He's eating well and now weighs almost 5 pounds. The great apes with long red hair are considered critically endangered, so fingers crossed for this new addition.
And finally, ever wonder what would happen if the world were taken over by giant cats? A Japanese restaurant in Osaka may offer an idea. Sitting beside miniature houses, a family of stray cats who now live in this cafe entertain themselves by smashing model trains moving within a huge diorama installed by the restaurant's owner to the cheers of delighted customers. It all started with one kitten found at a nursery. After taking it in, the kitten's mother started showing up every day along with her other baby cats. The restaurant owner was struggling before these Godzilla-like creatures started roaming the village. Now with 14 cats in the model village, his restaurant has come back to life thanks to cat-loving customers.
And that's this week's edition of the Newshounds Now Update. What a cool idea.
It's a great idea. That's our time for now. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you back here on Monday.
News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.